Hello and welcome to Strangeplay. I'm Rik.
I'm Simon.
And this is our news recap for the first week of April 2018. Now we're going to get straight into it with something that I know Simon is really fucking annoyed about.
Right, okay, let's fucking get the bad news out of the way first. Or good news, it might be for some people. We're on the topic of loot boxes again. Right, loot boxes are being removed and everything associated with them are being stripped out of Monolith's Middle-earth Shadow of War. You remember that? We fucking talked about it a bit last year.
Yep.
Come the 8th of May, the real-world money microtransactions will be removed from the game, and then on the 17th of July, all the things that you can spend that fake money on, that you spend real money on to buy, are also being removed. If you've still got fake money bought with the real money that you earned in real life, invested in the game, at that point, it'll just be turned into items for the game. What these items will be, I have no fucking idea. They're very fucking vague on what that actually entails. However, loot boxes won't be completely removed from the game. You're still going to be able to get them through various activities within the game. So, like the fucking raiding the fucking castles and stuff.
So they'll just be rewards now. They won't be...
Yeah, the rewards.
Okay.
They're basically rewards. So it sounds like they're baked in too far for them to completely take them out. Similar to Star Wars Battlefront. So they've got to be in there, but they're sort of neutering them, I guess.
Okay.
Monolith went on to say, and I quote, "The core promise of the Nemesis system is the ability to build relationships with your personal allies and enemies in a dynamic open world, while purchasing orcs in the market is more immediate and provides additional player options." Player options, I fucking hate that word like that. Just fuck off with that shit, will you? "We have come to realise that providing the choice risked undermining the heart of our game, the Nemesis system," which is basically what everyone fucking said when this were announced.
Yeah, it's good that it's taken you this long to figure that out.
"It allows you to miss out on the awesome player stories you would otherwise created, and it compromises those same stories even if you don't buy anything. Simply being aware that they are available for purchase reduces the immersion in the world and takes away from the challenge of building your personal army and your fortresses. In order to fully restore the core promise of the Nemesis system, we'll be permanently removing gold, war chests, and the market from Shadow of War. This means the option to purchase gold with real-world money and the ability to gain orc followers from war chests, loot boxes, will be removed. There will be a specific amount of time given for players to utilise their unused gold. If players have unused gold by the end of the time allotted to spend it, any remaining gold will be converted to in-game items."
Which they haven't announced yet.
No, like I said, they were fucking super vague on that. I mean, what is an in-game item? Are they just going to buy the loot boxes for you, or come on, be more direct with us? Monolith also announced plans to add more narrative elements and streamlining to the Shadow of War part of the game's campaign. So a lot of people complained that it was kind of grindy and stuff. So they're going to try and sort that out. They're going to say that's in addition to gameplay improvements, new skins, skill tree additions, gear system upgrades, and progression updates to come. All of this will be free. So basically, they've waited 6 months. They've creamed all this money off. And I guess that money's going to go and pay for these free things. So basically, you've paid to finish their game if you've bought loot crates. The thing that fucking pisses me off here is they've waited 6 months, they've taken all that money, presumably, and now they're sort of going, "Oh yeah, we realise that this is fucking our game up, and yeah, we'd like to, go back on it and curry some favour with the community, win them back." And it's like, if you want to curry favour with the community, give them the fucking money back. You know? People have fucking spent money on this. You can't, like, this is just fucking bonkers. You can't say, "Oh, well, we're sorry, but we're keeping money." You know, like, fucking give it back. If you really, really stand by this decision, give the people the money back that you've fucking taken off them for this fucking stupid balancing with your stupid fucking endgame.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to bring up, because what's going to happen to the people who have spent a shitload of money on the game? Like, is it just going to be literally, "Oh, thank you, now everything that you've bought, everyone else is going to get for free. You've just had it a few months early." That's really shitty. And another thing that I'm interested to know as well is this Monolith's move? Is this after tons of bad press and, people like Jim Sterling really fucking giving it to them for months and months? Is this Monolith finally standing up to Warner Brothers and going, "This is fucking our game up, this is fucking our vision up, this isn't what we agreed to do, this isn't what we wanted to do, this isn't what we intended to do when we made Shadow of Mordor, the first one?"
Shadow of Mordor was the first one, yeah, and then Shadow of Mordor was the second one.
"This isn't the sequel that we wanted to make to that game." Or is it Warner Brothers looking at what EA have done with Battlefront and all that backlash, and then going, shit, maybe if we do something like that, because this isn't a quick fix. This isn't something that they've gone, oh, okay, Battlefront has done all this, fuck it, let's just do that. This is something that they would have been looking at EA during this process and going, right, we need to implement something like this too.
Well, after the fact or before it came out?
Before the Battlefront 2 update was live, but during the build-up to it.
Okay, right.
You know, with all the press and with all the movements. Because EA have been very...
Yeah, because, I mean, they don't want to be the bad guy, do they?
No.
They don't want to be the nail that's sticking out. And before Battlefront 2 hammered that nail back in and went, yeah, we fucked up, we're sorry.
Yeah.
And sort of, tried to garner a bit of a love back. It's made Monolith sort of... Do you know Jungle Book, when all the fucking elephants are stood in a line and they go, I want a volunteer, and they all take a step back? And then there's the one that didn't take the step back. He gets volunteered. It sort of reminds me of that, the way that you're explaining it. It's like, yeah, this guy's fucking, he's in the firing line now. So
I don't think that the blame falls completely on Monolith for this anyway, because they're, I don't want to say just the developer, because that sounds like I'm undermining them, but they're the developer. All their funding comes from Warner Brothers. So everything that they put into the game, as in stuff that's going to make money, is dictated by Warner Brothers. So this is a Warner Brothers move, I think.
You think it's a damage mitigation?
Yeah, so the same with EA, and people are like, yeah, DICE have done this. It's like, no, EA have done that. So it feels like maybe Warner Brothers have gone, you know what, they've done it. If we do it, we might be able to curry some good favour, and it might see sales for this increase now. I
think as well, you just hit upon that, it might get us some sales. I think that this is sort of, okay, well, we've creamed the money that we were going to get for selling the game anyway. We've creamed the money from getting the microtransactions up until now. By doing this, we might cream some more sales further down the line and stay in the memory of people, because come E3, shadow of whatever's going to be announced. It's the sort of keeping it on the minds of gamers because there's another game coming out.
I think it's far too early for them to announce a third one.
Do you reckon?
Oh, yeah.
It honestly won't surprise me.
Yeah, but with all the backlash that they've had from this one, and then the fact that they've only just done this move, I think announcing a third one now, that would be like at E3 if EA and DICE were like, oh, by the way, Battlefront 3. People are like, whoa, hang on. We've only just got Battlefront 2 sorted out, and already you're on about a third one? Like, fix the one that you got out before you go and put all your fucking resources into another one.
Yeah, I think as well, like, I've not played it staunchly because of how they've handled this. I would have probably played it otherwise. But the first game had quite a bit of DLC.
Yeah.
And it won't surprise me if maybe that's what's coming out. It does feel like a bit of a sweetener before, the hands out for more money, for more game, to me.
Well, here's a question. When it was announced, with all the loot boxes, and then all the shit happened with the loot boxes and the pay-to-win element of it, and you basically denounced it, and you were like, it's a shame, because I enjoyed the first one, I was looking forward to playing this one. Are you going to play it now?
If I do play it, it'll be one of those things where I pick it up for less than a tenner in a PSN sale or whatever, like
what you did with the first one.
Yeah. See, the first one, I wasn't overly smitten with it, but as I played it more, I sort of got into the it's like topiary, like when you see people making bushes into fucking like hens or whatever, or pigs, and you're sort of doing that, but you're doing it with an army, and you're picking and pruning and trying to get the best army that you can, and having alliances, and that sort of, like, the Nemesis system is compelling.
Well, it was a nice idea.
Yeah, like, I kind of want to play more with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not totally fucking against the idea of playing this game, but I think it'd be quite far down the line that I do it, if I do get round to it. But yeah, E3's not far away.
2 months.
Fucking hell. Man, that's...
Yeah, we're in April now.
So yeah, like, it'd be interesting to see if our predictions come to fruition, because I think there's something more there. I don't think it's, we're done with this game in regards to giving it money.
I reckon DLC. I reckon there'll be a big DLC announced for it at E3.
Although, like, we go on about stuff being too early.
Yeah.
You look at some companies and they just fucking churn out a game every year. The same thing, just alter it a little bit and it's done. So I won't put it past them if it were that case.
Okay. Well, we'll find out in 2 months.
So, that's the good and bad news out of the way. We've got good news next. Hit us with it.
Yeah, this next story is one that I'm actually really excited about. So, back in February, we spoke about the original Spyro the Dragon trilogy getting an HD remake. So it was just a rumour back then. And now, less than 2 months later, Spyro the Dragon Reignited Trilogy has officially been revealed. The official announcement reads, remade from the ground up by lead developer Toys for Bob, the Spyro Reignited Trilogy features the fun and nostalgic gameplay that fans remember with more than 100 levels, enhanced reward sequences, Spyro's gang of zany dragons and other goofballs, including Sparks the Dragonfly, Hunter, Sheila, Agent 9 and Sergeant Bird, and more. The trilogy also includes improved environments, updated controls, brand new lighting and recreated cinematics for added flavour in this one-of-a-kind adventure. So Toys for Bob are the guys and girls behind the highly successful Skylanders series of games, so it's nice to see a studio who has that background with the character taking it much in the same way that Vicarious Visions had a history with Crash Bandicoot before they did the Insane trilogy.
Right.
The Reignited trilogy will be released on the 21st of September for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. There's no mention of a Nintendo Switch or PC release yet, but Toys for Bob are the guys who are working on the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy port for the Switch. So maybe when they're finished with that, they'll be able to put that team on the Switch port for the Spyro trilogy.
Right. So, have you played Skylanders games?
No.
Are you familiar with Toys for Bob?
I am not. The what's it called? The Toys to Life or something? They're not my kind of game.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of them. Like when you go in Argos or whatever, and they've got the controllers set up, but I've never. Like, I sort of look at it and just go, yeah, that's not for me. Like, I know instantly.
You know, I've heard that the Skylanders games are fantastic, but they are for children. And if you've got someone like Toys for Bob who are essentially making Diablo for children as sort of like a gateway into more mature games when they're older, that's wicked, and especially if the quality of games is good. And yeah, you could argue that a lot of it is to make a quick buck by here's a new monster, here's a new monster, here's a new monster. But if the quality of the game that they're getting with the monsters is good, then fuck it, people like a collection. The thing with this is none of that stuff's going to be in it. It is literally a from the ground up remake of the original PlayStation 1 trilogy. That's what I'm excited about. Like, did you see the trailer for it?
Yeah, it looks kind of nice.
It looks amazing. It looks better than the Crash trilogy. And what I'm interested to see is Spyro was a very open world, whereas Crash was linear, like run forward or backwards depending on which direction you were being chased. Spyro was big and open.
Yeah, I seem to remember Crash Bandicoot always being more detailed than Spyro the Dragon, but Crash Bandicoot had this really weird, like, have you ever played the Animal Crossing games on DS?
Yeah.
It's sort of like, it bends the landscape so you can't see, and all that is saving memory, to render stuff that's actually on screen. Like, there's a lot of trickery going on.
Well, this is what I was going to say, because Spyro was very open, but the landscape was very sparse. There wasn't a lot there because of how it was rendered. It's going to be really interesting to see how they fill all that space.
That sort of surprised me when I saw the old, what it used to look like. And I was like, I don't remember it looking that bad. Like, it always looked kind of cool when it were present.
Yeah, but to be fair, like on the PlayStation 1 when it first came out, it did look fantastic. Like, it was cutting edge. You know, you look at Mario 64 and how amazing that looked. You look at it now, it looks like shit.
It does. I think, nostalgia sort of blurs those memories, doesn't it? And when you go back and actually look at them, it's like, fucking hell, looks like shite.
But I remember loving those games, and I'm really excited about getting my hands on the remasters. Like, I even text my dad, because my dad used to play them. Like, my dad was a big Spyro fan when I was younger. And he even had 2 bearded dragons called Spyro and Sparks.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, like, he was a big fan, and I texted him earlier, and I was... In fact, I'll read the text out that he replied.
Look at this. We are actual humans, we're not robots. We have lives outside Strangeplay.
Yeah, he said, that's great news. I hope it's as good. I love that game. And it's like, yeah, you did. And my dad's an Xbox gamer. Like, he's got an Xbox One. So he's chuffed as fuck because it's coming to that as well. And I really sincerely do hope that Toys for Bob will put the Insane Trilogy port team on to a Switch port, because everyone deserves a bit more Spyro in their life.
So, we've had Crash Bandicoot.
Yes.
We're getting Spyro the Dragon. Next year, do you think we'll get Jak and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank remakes?
Well, we've kind of got a Ratchet and Clank remake anyway, because we had the remake of the first game for the movie.
I mean, like, all in one package? Like, all on one disc? Everything, like the trilogy or, however many games are made?
No, because we've got a Jak and Daxter HD trilogy and we've got a Ratchet and Clank HD trilogy on the PlayStation 3. We might get them ported to the PlayStation 4.
Up-resed.
Yeah, but we already have HD versions of those. Looking at something like a PlayStation 1 era game and then remaking it for the PlayStation 4 makes more sense when you've got a decent PS3 HD version.
Well, the way I'm looking at it is they've remade fucking Shadow of the Colossus and then they've totally rebuilt it from the ground up and done it again. So, I don't know, I don't think it's outside the realms of possibility.
Yeah, but I think when it comes to Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon, it's Activision who own them. So it's their say-so.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're putting them on multiple systems as well, it means a lot more money for them. If you've got Jak and Daxter in Ratchet and Clank, that's only going to be Sony systems.
Well, I mean, you look at Crash Bandicoot, it was Sony only at one point, and then they decided to port it to Switch, which it's the first time he's ever been on a Nintendo console, isn't it, Crash Bandicoot? Those games.
Yeah, but that's because Activision own him.
So, yeah, I mean, I see what you mean, licensing from Sony's perspective is going to put a blocker on that.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
I think those games could do with every now and again, from the ground up.
I mean, I would love to be wrong, and I would love it if those games did get the HD treatment. But at the same time, I'd also like it if more PS1 games got the remastered version, like if they brought out a Siphon Filter trilogy.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, no, the Siphon Filter, the later parts of the Siphon Filter games were terrible, but the first couple were grand.
Yeah, but imagine if they remade it and improved the gameplay.
Made it up to today's current standards.
Yeah, they'd be fucking great.
Plus, we can't get enough games where you set people on fire through electrocuting them, so yeah, I'd be all up for that. Be nice if it happened.
So yeah, Spyro the Dragon coming in September, but it's not the only game that's coming out in September this year that we're really excited for, is it?
Okay, so yeah, Spider-Man for PlayStation 4 will be swinging onto the console on September the 7th.
I can't believe you just said that.
Well, I went there.
I think I'm disappointed in you.
The announcement was made by a 30-second video, 20 seconds of which were dedicated to a Spider-Man punk pre-order costume, which looks kind of terrible in my opinion. The collector's edition featuring a load of other fucking garbage. I'm looking at it, the stuff that you get now. You get something that says City Never Sleeps, which is, man, that's really, really small writing. Some launch chapters, 3 launch chapters, so it's like exhibitions or whatever.
Yep.
You get a white spider sticker. You get a Marvel Spider-Man statue where he sort of stood on a big concrete block.
Great.
A custom steelbook, which is actually quite nice. And art book, as well as the aforementioned punk shit, which looks terrible.
You also get a PSN avatar, Spider-Man PS4 theme, and 5 extra skill points. So if you pre-order, you can level up your character a little bit quicker than everyone else.
Yeah, how much is this?
I don't care.
Because I've got to say, aside from the custom steelbook, which I think looks quite nice, that is a whole lot of shit.
Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am so hyped for this game, and watching this just made me so disappointed. So fucking disappointed, because I think pre-order culture needs to stop. And the fact that they announced the game's launch date with 2/3 of the video dedicated to what you get for pre-ordering. It's like, yeah, pre-order. It's like, just fucking announce the game with a cool trailer. Give all content to everyone. Don't push shit and try and force pre-sale, because you know this game's going to do well anyway.
It is.
And I fucking hate pre-order bollocks, especially like shop-specific, like store-specific pre-order shit, because ultimately you're going to end up fucking people over, or eventually you're just going to release it all anyway.
For an extra cost.
Yeah, meaning that the people who pre-ordered it ain't so special anymore.
It's fucking bollocks, innit? Do you know something? If you go back and listen to our very, very first Strangeplay podcast where we did the E3 special, we sort of were all over this. And I'm still sort of all over it, but it has left a sour taste in my mouth. That sort of segmenting the game up and, you know, selling parts of it back to you, like the special. It's like, I don't fucking want that. I don't care. Like, if it were even free in my game, I probably wouldn't use it, because it looks shit. So, yeah, they've got some weird fucking idea of what special edition actually is. Like, it's just rubbish. It's interesting to note that 5 XP points, like, is that on top of what you get naturally by playing the game? I mean, is that what makes it special? You're actually stronger by buying this version? Or, I mean, What the fuck is going on there, Rick?
It's like pre-order the Final Fantasy VII remake and start the game 10 levels higher than you would be. So what's the point? You just...
Paying not to play the game?
Yeah.
Fucking the daft bastards. Fucking enough of this shit. Tired of it.
Yeah, like, I'm looking forward to the game, but I'm not going to pre-order it. I don't give a shit about... I mean, I do, because I quite like Punk Spider-Man. It's quite cool. Like, the Spider-Verse story, he was very cool. But I ain't going to pre-order a game for it. You know, just fucking release it. As long as the black suit's there, or the Miles Morales suit's in it, I'm happy. And if they end up being pre-order content, fuck them.
Is that when we start setting fires?
Yeah, with electricity, siphon filter style. Yeah, I'm bringing it back.
Okay. So we're going from Gabe, the sneaky bugger, to another sneaky bugger.
I like what you did there.
Come on, let's go.
So I wanted to mention this one because it's kind of a follow-up to a rumour that we covered a few weeks ago. So Ubisoft have teased the return of Splinter Cell's Sam Fisher, but not in a way that fans are expecting or, like me, particularly want. So Fisher is set to be part of an upcoming special operation mission for Ghost Recon Wildlands, with full details to be announced on April the 9th, the day before Wildlands' second season of content goes live. News of the crossover was revealed with a short teaser trailer taking on the form of a transmission between two people, Paladin and Matchwood. Now, the interesting thing to note is that Matchwood appears to be voiced by Michael Ironside, who voiced Fisher in the Splinter Cell series up until 2013 Splinter Cell Blacklist, where he was replaced by Eric Johnson. Now, I'm in two minds about this, because what if this is the closest thing that we get to that Splinter Cell 2018 rumour? You know, what if all the rumours and stuff was someone heard about this and then that got misinterpreted and then a thing happened and, you know, the snowball effect that happens with rumours happened. But at the same time, I also think this could be Ubisoft's way of reintroducing Sam Fisher back into the gaming lexicon.
When was the last game? What year was it?
2013.
2013. So yeah, you're looking at 5 years since he's been. So it could be even 6 years before we actually see him in game.
Yeah, so it's been a big chunk. It's been half a decade since a Splinter Cell game. A lot of gamers playing games don't know Splinter Cell. They don't know who Sam Fisher is. So Ubisoft could be using Ghost Recon Wildlands, like this special operation, as kind of like a backdoor pilot, the same way that a lot of TV shows do.
Yeah, the seeding.
Yeah, so The Flash, Barry Allen, was introduced in an episode of Arrow before he got his own show. They could be doing something like that, just to say, hey everyone, Sam Fisher, and bringing him in.
Yeah, it won't surprise me.
And I've got to say, I'm a bit annoyed because now it means that I'm going to have to buy Ghost Recon Wildlands.
You should be able to pick it up dead cheap.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on the Easter sale anyway on PlayStation 4, so I'm going to have a check after this. But there is something that you wanted to add to this that we were talking about before.
Yeah, so you said that it's going to be this old backdoor pilot stuff. You want to put this under the rumour and speculation part of your brain, if there is such a place. There's a place called Rectified Gaming, and they've leaked supposed Microsoft marketing rights to upcoming games that are going to be shown at E3. And they cite that Borderlands 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Splinter Cell and Battlefield 5 are going to be within the realms of Microsoft promotion. So whenever they say, Joe, like, better on Xbox, or this winter on Xbox or whatever, you know, the adverts.
Yeah.
That's what they mean by that. And stuff like maps coming out early on specific games, so like Battlefield, they'll get like a month up on PlayStation.
Or like timed exclusivity, like with Tomb Raider.
Yeah. And it's interesting because we sort of know Borderlands 3 exists, but they've been very tight-lipped on it of Gearbox about what it is and, you know, when it's coming out. So that's interesting in itself. Cyberpunk 2077, when you go back and look at CD Projekt Red's partnership with Microsoft through The Witcher 3, they were very tied into Microsoft. Splinter Cell is an OG Xbox original. It goes right back to the start. So it makes sense for Microsoft to be all over that. To have the greasy mix all over it.
Yeah.
Battlefield 5, I'm not too sure why they'd get that, but there's deals fucking flying left, right and centre, so I can't see it, Joe, being outside the realms of possibility. Like, it's either Sony or it's Microsoft that's going to get it. Sometimes Sony has it, like last generation with Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, I think they got, you know, timed exclusives on the maps, and it might be the other time.
But if there's any truth to this Battlefield 5 partnership, that could mean that Sony are going to announce they could get Call of Duty exclusivities.
Yeah, they tend to hot swap, don't they, between those two franchises.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Take it with all a big grain of salt, because it's not solid. I mean, I've not seen Rectify Gaming before, but people seem to believe in this shit, so I thought it were worth putting out there.
Yeah, it's always good to mention a rumour, especially because the amount of rumours that we've mentioned here that have become true, I'm starting to become a believer.
That's it. We make dreams happen.
Yes, we do. But I think that'll do it for this week. I think we've covered everything. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
So that's it for this week. We'd just like to thank you very much for watching. And as always, if you want to get involved, you can leave a comment below. Talk to us about any of the stories that we've covered, any rumours that you've heard, or if there's any news stories that you want us to cover in future episodes, then you can do that on facebook.com/Strangeplay UK. I forgot.
Did you just fucking time out then?
I did. Or you can talk to us on Twitter @StrangePlayUK, or you can visit our Instagram, which is simply Strangeplay. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye.